I will text users.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Cyberpunk Red Gauge. Currently, we're in the Thrill Kill arc where for the last week, gangs around Night City, biker gangs, have been competing for stylistic kills and points. The players have nearly trivialized, however, the competition, and in doing so, came across a conspiracy, a hit job on a very famous, infamous medtech, for some reason sanctioned, it looked like, by the Night City Council, to take place in the ruins of Arasaka Tower. Having looked into it more as Gift joins the enemy, choosing to try to kill the person that the others are protecting, they find out that Dr. Lost may have found something in the rubbles of Arasaka Tower that he might be meeting with someone dangerous to trade it. Why don't we get a recap from Luminous, and then we will start where the players are currently negotiating with a Network 54 executive for their own show, which none of them planned or wanted to actually be doing.
Basically, since last session, we had a little mini arc that we went to the DCM or DMC tower.
Yeah, DMS. It's DMS.
DMS. Diverse Media Systems.
I called them Network 54, but they are with DMS right now. That's right.
Yes, that is correct. Where we have gone to an elevator under the instruction of a poor intern who later found himself taking over our job of helping with the catering. And now we have gone up a few levels after a little bit of a quarrel, we'll say, between two characters, if they wish to elaborate. Little infighting, little in argument. And we have now entered the office of the executive that we are to report to for this show that we didn't know we would be reporting for. We have been told it will be a few minutes before the exec will see us, and that is where we left off in our little mini-drama.
Mr. Jack Stiley is ready to see you now, the receptionist says, calling you all forwards.
Lou stands up from where she was sitting in one of the faux leather seats.
Friction will stand going beside Shepard and whispering very softly to her. Go in there, smash something that looks expensive. Not a computer, just something that looks expensive. Make it dramatic.
Okay.
Be the first one in there.
Lou just kind of side-eyes whatever Friction may or may not be telling Shepard.
The receptionist leads you behind her desk to where there is a stately, again, faux wood synth door. She opens it for you, leaving to a very handsomely appointed office that matches the waiting room that you've all been. Fake plants, vases, antiques, and other things dot the entire room. But what is probably most noticeable is that there is one person in here you recognize, currently seated in front of a very large, very impressive-looking wooden dress, is Malarkey. On the other side of it, a huge, fat man with a massive cigar and a very obvious, terrible-looking toupee. "Shepard, baby!" he says, with big arms outstretched the second he sees you. "Just the lady I wanted to see! And if that ain't Louvre and Friction with her! Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be making you a star today!"
Who are you?
Jack Stiley! See, I've heard so much about you and your little group, the Milkmen, especially from this piece of shit here, and he gestures at Malarkey.
Hey, Friction. You still want me to do the thing? I think the mood is severely changed.
I think you could be a mood setter.
You want me to set the mood?
We set in the mood.
We're doing this?
We're setting the mood.
Send the mood.
Okay.
Set the mood,
Oh!
Shepard.
And he pulls out a huge, very heavy pistol from like his terrible tweed jacket he's wearing, and he points it at Malarkey. What? You want me to kill this piece of shit?
Okay, Friction. He's
If
saying
that's-
all the things we like.
If that's what it takes for you to work for me, baby. And then he just fucking shoots Malarkey in the leg. The media is like, ah! It yells and topples out of the chair he's in, collapses to the ground. Jack Stiley, again, gets up, his prodigious mass hefting out of the chair, and he walks around to where Malarkey's like on the ground in the fetal position, and he kicks him once, and then he ashes his cigar out on him. Whatever for you! Anything for you, darling!
As he does this, Friction will hold up a hand for Shepard, like the hold hand. He'll approach and pull out a business card. Friction.
Jack!
That's
yeah.
my call name.
Oh, you don't need to worry about it, handsome. I already got your call name. I got permission from Continental. I got everything
Wonderful.
I needed on you guys. Cause again, we're gonna make you stars. The next generation of entertainment. Generation Red. Coming right up at ya. The Milkman up in lights. Anything you want, darling, it's all yours. I've seen you, I've heard of you. Cookie told me all about you. Said that you was gonna be out in catering for Trauma Team since you wanted to meet one of the actors, right?
That's correct, and I think we can do some amazing business.
Oh, you wouldn't
We have already
believe it.
started on a good foot, or on the right leg, I should say.
Look, you want to
As he
flatline
glances
this?
to Malarkey.
Yeah, this motherfucker thought he could come in here and steal your thunder beforehand. Not even sure how he found out about this meeting. But if you want, you can flatline the gunk. And he holds out his hand cannon to you. It is a
He'll take the hand
replica.
cannon.
It is a replica of the pistol from Dirty Harry.
God damn it, I knew it.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
Another
That's a big
Friction will casually take it, check to make sure that it's loaded.
It very much is. And Malarkey's looking up at you. He goes, "Wait, no, no."
He clicks it shut, and then he just fires into his gut, but doesn't intend to kill him.
Yeah,
And he'll hand it back. I just needed to do that one thing.
That's all good. Alright, you piece of shit. Go on, get out of here. And I better not see you in this building again since you lost your job. We fired you for a reason, asswipe. And he like reaches down, and again, he's huge. This guy's big, he's fat, he's jowly. He picks up Malarkey by like the back of Malarkey's jacket, the back of the waistband of his pants, and he kind of hefts him through the door, kicking him in the ass, and he yells, "Lucille, make sure the door doesn't hit him on the way out!"
Oh. As he goes out, she swings the door at his ass.
The door smacks Malarkey on the ass as the media is unceremoniously manhandled out.
Before we continue, I assume you have a bug detector in this place, given who just left?
Of course, you don't need to worry about a thing, babies. Nothing's escaping my office.
Wonderful.
Thank fucking god.
Alright, so, let's talk about what Jack Stiley can do for you, and then what you can do for Diverse Media Systems and Jack Stiley. Alright? And he kind of like claps his hands together as if Malarkey had left slime or gunk on them, and he comes back around, and he kind of like flumps back into the big office chair that he's got. It's all faux leather. It says fake, and it's kind of as greasy as Jack Stiley himself. And he kind of like wiggles a few times so he gets nice and comfortable, and he then leans back in his chair.
Friction will
I enjoyed
approach a chair that's across from there, and he'll go, As manager of aggressive marketing, I think we can come to some kind of arrangement here.
Should be.
What's your proposal?
Easy. Right. Well, first off, your camera works shit. I've been following you all through Thrill Kill. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a cameraman on you. He's gonna come with you through all of your missions, whatever it is you're doing from now on. I've already gotten wave assigned that anything you do, well filmed, is for entertainment purposes. Gives you carte blanche with the NCPD. Now, they can still investigate you, arrest you, fuck with you, but you're gonna have some of our legal protections at the very least, alright? That should be almost payment enough of its own. But, I know that y'all are here today to meet with some... Hey, where's Jimmy, by the way? I told him to stay on you. That kid's on his last leg, I swears.
He's doing as I asked him to help with the catering.
You having him help with the catering? Worthless nephew
that's
of mine.
what interns are for, aren't they?
Yeah. Alright, now, I've been fans of y'all for a little bit. I've seen you, I knows you, and I want to make sure that you get whatever you need to be happy going forward. Alright? So, I think that that's a good place for us to start. We're going to be airing your, episodes every Friday. And every now and then, we might do a collaboration with You Decide. So, you might find that some of the bigger, decisions you have to make will be crowdsourcing from your audience. Alright?
Perfectly acceptable.
Okay. That means that sometimes we're gonna make the decisions for you. I know there's a lot of stuff that Edrunner's gotta choose between. You know? Any money that you get from your own fixer, whoever you're working with, you have to keep all that money. We ain't gonna touch it. Every now and then, though, if you're running out of stuff to do, we're gonna send you on jobs. You ain't gonna be paid for it. Capiche?
I'm listening for the rest of the details, of course.
That's the rest of the details. We don't want to interfere what you're doing too much, because, again, we want to be as hands-off as possible. We might make some small changes to your team if we feel that we need to. Someone not polling well with the ratings, maybe we'll dye their hair or something.
And if a job comes in while on one of your jobs, that job takes precedence, correct?
It depends on what job it is.
Any job that pays us.
You'll be
because you'd like us to see paid while you're paying us as well, wouldn't you?
You'll be working with a producer. You could call them. They'll let you. They'll set you up and tell you what you gotta do. Listen to your producer, and it's all gonna be fine. In addition, we're gonna own your likenesses for merch, but you'll be earning royalties off of any merch that we sell. We put your face on
perpetuity.
In perpetuity. We put your face on a gun. You're gonna get paid for it.
Let's talk merch. What's the percentage?
5%.
Sorry, what was that, River?
5%.
7.
Ah! I want to keep it an even number. You might be able to talk me up to 10 then, but I ain't... Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I think 5 is already plenty generous. You're not taking on any of the risk. You're not taking on any of the manufacturing.
We're taking on the risk to market your material by being on screen.
I'll give you 5 for merch and 10 for sponsorships then. Meaning if you come out and you go, anytime I'm shooting gonks, I always use the Militech Avenger, after we tell you to say something like that, you get 10% off of whatever we make for the sponsorship. 5 on merch, though. We gotta spend money to make that happen.
We get final approval on merch?
Fuck no. Final approval. Tell you what, we'll
final design approval.
No, definitely not. But we'll take what you think into consideration.
Can I get that in writing?
Yeah, of course you get it in writing. We're gonna have contracts. I don't run no 2-bit operation. And before you think that I'm giving you the shitty end of the shaft, do remember, I've done this for a while. You're not the first group that I've had this kind of dealings with. He gestures to Trauma Team and Cyber Squad posters on the walls. This is going to be our first time we're going to be doing something with edge runners. It's going to be kind of like Combat Cab was.
He'll staple his fingers together, tapping the index fingers.
Now, you
what
already
about brain
know
dance?
Brain dance? What do you mean brain dance? We ain't going to be selling brain dances.
Why not? The pay-per-view would be astronomical.
Not yet. Maybe we'll advance out into that, but current legal issues could make that difficult. Too easy to scroll them into illegal BDs.
Depends on how good your editor is, which I imagine, as one of the biggest media systems in the world, you would have a good one, wouldn't you?
We would, but we ain't doing brain dances yet.
Fair enough. We'll negotiate that later.
Distribution's too hard, and we don't want to invest that much into a program where we speculate it's going to do well, but we've got no assurances yet. Now, one of the other major ways you're going to be paid is the fact in exposure. Think of it. You're going to be the hottest fucking edge runners in all of Night City, right? Everyone's going to want to hire you. Your names are going to get out there. You're going to see your reputation and your fame skyrocket.
So the aggression towards us, so it balances out.
Which is why, if you need outfitting with sponsorships or gear, discounts on cyberware, we'll have you covered.
Any further details on the contract?
That should be it. Can't think of anything else I need to tell you. Now, the other thing that you wanted. Who the hell are you looking for in Trauma Team?
No, I was gonna say we're looking for Dr. Lost.
Dr. Lost? Oh, he doesn't poll well. He doesn't appear on the show. We have an actor play him.
That's fine. We don't need him for his acting abilities.
If you need him, I could give you his address, though. We got it on file. He's sometimes
he's not here.
Not he comes in to consult every now and then, but he's not come in today.
His address would be suitable.
You're gonna go with Jimmy. I had told Jimmy to knock on his door anyways and figure out where the fuck he is, because I'm not paying him to take paid days off.
Do you happen to have his agent?
Yeah, but he ain't answering it.
May I have it anyway?
Sure. Your director's
agent.
Your director's gonna be Chip McStanley. Same guy who's running Trauma Team right now, by the way.
How's he doing with the show's direction?
He's the one who put Dr. Lost off the air, so I'd be saying pretty good. That cyber psycho was basically torturing people live on stream.
I'm surprised that didn't sell, to be perfectly honest.
It did until the NCPD and Night City Council came knocking a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago?
Yeah.
What happened a few weeks ago?
Dunno, they just wanted to talk to him. Me, though, I'll give you his number because I want to work with you, but I don't talk to pigs.
That's fine.
Right. And he pulls out a sheet of paper. Now, your nomad ain't here, and I don't know why, and I don't care. One of yous is going to sign for him. Real names, not your edge runner names. They'll be kept classified within company documents.
Before then, I think it would be wise if we conferred together privately, don't you think? We want to make sure we're all in agreement to give you the best product possible.
Yeah, don't bullshit me. You want to talk about it to see if you're even going to sign in the first place. That's fine. Go out with Lucille and you can take this home with you. Just mail it back to the network, and when you're ready for your show, we're gonna make you stars.
Wonderful. I'm glad we could come to an agreement, and he'll hold out his hand.
Rather than shake it, Jack Stiley puts the contract in your hand. We shake after you sign, Gonk.
He'll tap the paper to his forehead and nod and be on his way.
Alright. And with that, Jack Stiley gestures for you to head out, and as you're heading out, he kind of notices Malarkey's blood on the floor, and he... Lucille! Call in the cleaner again! Juan, and Juan! Or, no, it's John, and Juan, isn't it? Whoever the hell we call!
It's Juan, John, and Juan.
It actually might be.
It's Juan, and Juan.
I really thought you said the Juan as the point reward thing.
Oh my god. Alright. You guys are shown out. You have your contract from Jack Stiley. You have Dr. Loss's address as well as his agent number.
Briefly, he will take a snapshot of the contract, so that way, if anything happens to the paper, he at least has a digital form of it.
Yep, and you can actually already see that the paper's already been signed by your boss, Friction, so it's actually been signed off on Continental for you to work on this already. Wonderful. Jack Stiley clearly has done his homework, as the contract refers to you already by all of your real names.
Oh.
Things to ponder.
How would he be able to provide this information?
Money.
There's a few methods, none that I like, but things to discuss later. Right now, we have objectives.
He must have gone really far for Gift.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's used his real name. I don't think he's used his real name since he was like 15.
Yep. It's impressive.
Yeah.
But hey, he's a powerful executive with one of the most powerful companies in the world.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Oh, Luminous, thank you so much for the sub, and Juan.
Hehe. Friction Shepherd. What part of that discussion needs to be discussed between the three of us?
When do we get the guns?
Whether or not we're going to sign it. I think I have a vote already.
You're not going to go through with it?
I might. It's quite a compelling contract. I do have other irons in the fire, however.
It looks like the contract also has amendable space for any time you guys add someone. They are automatically included in the contract, and their signature is required if you add someone to the crew.
I see.
Otherwise, it says that they can remove the person out of your crew if they choose not to sign the contract.
Oh, it is indeed John, and Juan.
Yep, John, and Juan, the cleaning company that I have made.
Yep.
We need to find Jimmy, and I'm sure Jimmy has a car that can give us a ride.
Finding Jimmy isn't difficult. He's right where you left him, trying to cater to all of Trauma Team's staff. You do see Dr. Loss stand in actor while you're there. He's wearing these weird sleeves that, up close, you're very easy to tell that they're sleeves on his arms and makeup to give that leathery effect of Dr. Lost has. He's wearing fake blue contacts to give his eyes that sheen, but otherwise it looks like he's actually been forced to undergo body sculpting to look like the rest of the cyber psycho doctor.
Jesus.
Other than that, he seems really amenable.
Jimmy!
Yeah, what's up? You guys ready to go? I already got a call from Jack. How'd your meeting go?
It went well enough. Get to the car.
Yeah, of course. By the way, if you do take the job, I'll be your cameraman. So, yeah, it's good to... We'll be working together, I guess, won't we?
We might be.
Exciting.
And he'll just head to the elevator.
Oh, that would be
Separate
my
music
alarm
also.
going off. Do you remember when I told you guys that I set an alarm?
That's the alarm.
That was the alarm. It's actually BTS, by the way. That's my alarm. That's a joke.
Kinky.
Oh,
As a
that's
joke.
oh, because one of their songs is alarm.
Yeah, it's literally, well, no, I don't know what song it is. It just was on, I didn't even realize it was a BTS song. It came with my Android as, like, one of the options. Like, hold on, let me look at this real quick. Yeah, Over the Horizon 2022, produced by Suga of BTS.
That's funny.
It just came with my thing, and I was like, I have no idea what this is, but it will definitely wake me up because this is how the alarm sounds, right? Hold on, let me play it.
I think it
I heard
peaked.
one riff.
Huh? It peaked? That sucks. Well, it didn't peak on the stream, but yeah, that's what I wake up to because I was like, what could be more? My Alexa does an alarm of the guy from Sharknado going, "Get to the bunker! It's a Sharknado!" I have to pick
My alarm.
I had to pick
My alarm for a little while was the mix of Party Party from the Hellsing Abridged series.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I have to pick the most, like, obnoxious alarms I can think of, because I am very much, like, the kind of guy who will be like, well, this isn't so bad, and then I'll just sleep through the alarm. Like, I'll wake up, and then I'll go, this is the life I've chosen, and sleep again, as the alarm's just going off.
You have to attract your ADD brain.
Yep, I have to annoy myself.
Okay. Speaking of alarming situations, getting to the elevator, and as I'm in the elevator, I'm going to try and call Dr. Lost.
Sure. Let me put on the elevator music again. The agent rings a few times, and then Dr. Lost's AI picks up. Who is this?
A mutual friend.
The owner of this agent doesn't have friends. Who is this?
Somebody interested in helping with his current task.
Leave a message.
Tell him it's Friction. He should be able to find me in Thrill Kill forums.
The AI hangs up on you.
He was going to hang up anyway.
Oh,
Now it's just a matter
Yeah.
of he'll reply to us.
are we going to see Dr. Lost? That's good. I had to go and get him today.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Awesome. I've worked with him a bit, and he's really hard to get to do anything he doesn't want to do.
Oh, I imagine so. I've heard stories.
I drove
Considering his nature, yes.
I drove by his house earlier, but all the lights were off. Although I could definitely hear something going on behind the front door.
What kind of sounds have you heard?
Whirring sounded like a saw going off. Some
Any people screaming?
No. Just, some kind of a saw and machining. Someone's definitely there.
Either way, once we get there, you can leave and go back to helping catering.
I'm not really supposed to.
We haven't
What do you
signed the
mean?
contract yet.
Can I stay with you anyways?
You can stay down the block.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Well, we'll have to get in my car, and I'll take you there.
Thank you kindly.
Eventually, you guys reach Jimmy's car. It's actually a pretty decent company car. It also, in the back, has a dividing window that Jimmy politely rolls up, giving you guys, at the very least, the illusion of privacy to chat a little bit in the back of the vehicle as he drives.
Friction, looking down at the contract again, we'll look at the other two. How familiar are you with corporate contracts? Long-term corporate contracts.
A bureaucracy would be the role.
Actually, yeah, I would have Lou roll for that. Technically, she would be kind of familiar with short term, but let me see. Bureaucracy.
Yeah, that's about right for Friction.
Oof.
Luv, it all looks good to you. Friction, it looks a little intense. For sure. You're giving up your likeness, they're getting a lot of rights, they'll be able to change anything they want about the crew whenever they watch, but the perks are undeniable, as you can flat out see that it does include access to sometimes free guns and gear. Basically, you guys get access to as if you had a rank 7 fixer. with big discounts on just about everything that you're doing when you're buying gear and such, so long as it comes from approved manufacturers, as well as access to a once-a-month night market run by DMS that is when they meet up with their sponsors. What are you mad about?
So
What
the
is it?
contract looks fairly intense. I have rarely seen one that takes such liberties, but
It's the equivalent of selling your
is-
soul in the Cyberpunk book. You remember when you get extra money?
yeah.
It's basically almost the exact same thing. When you guys leave the contract, any cyberware that you had, as well as any of the gear, they all retain, meaning they just get it back.
Yeah. So if you're willing to, one, be able to have your appearance malleable, does it mention anything about body sculpting?
Yep. If they want you to body sculpt, they can order you to do so. And if you refuse, you are in breach of contract and owe them a lot of money.
Including body sculpting, and if you get any cyberware through them and you wish to leave the contract, you will owe it back to them. Not the money, the cyberware.
Oh my god.
There are perks, of course.
They
They're
also
willing to.
They also can change inter-party relationships at will. For instance, they could recommend that two of you get married or start dating for the drama, and then they could also break you up or divorce you.
Gross.
Effectively, it would be any reality TV that you've ever.
Mm-hmm.
As he would relay the information to them.
And you say this is long term, correct?
Long term. For as long as you stay in the group. Or they wish you to stay in the group, rather.
It's a 10-year
There is a
contract.
clause where you can
10 years.
There is a clause where you can leave, but if you leave before that 10 years, well, there you go. And they own your likeness even after you leave.
Gets everybody a con apt, though, it says as well. Con apt and increase in lifestyle. Not as high as fresh food. I forget what's the one that's below fresh food. Premium.
Good pack.
Yep. Good pack, and you all get a con apt. And a company car, it says.
Now, I personally might be willing to sign this. However, this is not a contract for the everyday edge runner. So, I leave it to you. I also as I mentioned, have other irons in the fire.
So you're saying it's not a good idea?
Oh, Shepard.
I'm saying there are benefits and losses on both fronts.
Lifetime supply of any addictive substances that the crew might need access to.
At this
I don't
time,
just answering right now, be
sorry.
it good or bad.
Another thing as well, all hospital visits for therapy, for treatment for wounds and addictive substances, free of charge.
God damn it.
Welcome to Cyberpunk,
Yep.
where selling your soul is so tempting.
Well, I don't think it would be the first time I've had to sign a contract with the devil. So I guess I could put my name in. What about you, Shepard?
Like I said, I don't advise answering now. Give it some thought. Let's finish this mission out first.
That's a good idea.
Shepard, your agent pings.
What's this?
Jack Siley, you've got images of your new con apt if you choose to sign. What's being shown off in particular is an open mini fridge filled with Smash.
Oh my god.
Exclusive
like putting
flavors.
crack in front of the...
Exclusive flavors, too.
Damn it.
The whole, the fridge is open, showing it all. It is an entire mini fridge stocked with Smash.
Son of a bitch. I was about to say, I don't care about the rehab. I don't have an addiction.
That
Lube.
you know of.
Lube, you get a ping, and your con app has an entire...
What is this?
A spare room that is stocked up with all of the gear a detective would need.
Oh, I've been wanting a lot of these.
Also, what's something that
There's
Lube
a
would
reason
really
I asked
like?
that you hold off.
What is something that Lube would really like but be embarrassed to admit it to the party? Like a secret guilty pleasure? A
Cute
certain
things.
kind of cute things?
I don't know. I swear.
I will say she would be embarrassed about liking furry related things.
Yeah, there is a fursuit
Oh my god.
of whatever of like a secret design that you might have doodled back in high school or something. Like it is hanging in the closet along with other paraphernalia for you to enjoy and use as you see fit.
She sees it as she just tries her best to cover the screen of her agent so that the other two won't see.
And there's a picture of a live cat in your apartment. And a food bowl that has a blank slate on it where you could write in the name of your new pet.
Oh my gosh.
The cat
I imagine
is
it has like an LED ring.
The cat is of the fluffiest, smallest munchkin cat you have ever seen. And it has the biggest, widest, genetically enhanced for maximum cuteness eyes.
Oh, she is weak for that shit. I can tell you that.
There's a video of it playing with a little cat toy, and it's rolling around and kicking it. And...
Yeah, you see Lou just looking at her agent, covering it, but also staring intently at the cat.
It'll be a shame to have to send him back to the pound if you don't sign. Is the text you get from Jack Smiley with a frowny face after it.
Evil man.
I have to ask, are there also little animal enhancements like wolvers or what are those those
Scratchers.
claws that you can scratchers.
You don't see any, but it does stipulate in the contract that you could get those at a pretty enhanced discount.
Nice.
Again, access to a rank 7 fixer.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have to do is just, sign your entire body and soul away, as there is a clause that if they wanted, they could biosculpt you to change your gender. it really gives them full control over you. You will be recorded 24/7 and expected to maintain, it says, kayfabe.
This man is luring us like fish.
Welcome
I
to
mean-
the corporations.
It's never not been said that River's not a masturbator.
Ha!
I'm sorry?
You didn't get it?
Oh! I did not expect that one from
fuck
Bonnie.
off. Oh my god, I should have gotten it because you made that same joke too, Thirst.
Yeah.
Made that joke for another person.
Yep.
Oh. And Friction is seeing the reactions, sitting back, and as he said, "Welcome to the corporations. They now have your eye, their eye on you."
She closes her agent screen as she just sighs a deep, heavy sigh.
Friction, Jack doesn't send you any of these images, by the way, of what your new con app would be, but you can understand it's probably an upgrade from where you're at currently.
He also probably understands Friction won't be tempted by that alone.
Oh yeah, no, but your standard edge runner who's lived in a shitty
Oh,
shipping
yeah.
container all their life.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Haha, gifted free then, because he's a nomad. Shit is his life.
Oh, you'd think so, but if you had been with the party, I had pictures for you too.
Hmm. Good thing I'm busy.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, busy.
Busy betraying the party!
I'll tell you one thing, Gif, you're gonna have your own garage.
Tempting. Would not know.
But
But yes, please continue.
So you guys can talk a little bit in the back and let me know when you're ready to arrive at Dr. Lost's.
Hmm?
I imagine the Devil's Bargain seems quite tempting, doesn't it? And Friction's just smiling.
Indeed.
It's even for somebody who knows him, it's one of those. I don't know if he's grinning because he knows that they're tempted, or grinning if he thinks they're going to take it because they're tempted.
You know, Friction, if you weren't so damn useful, I would have smacked that smirk off your face.
I know. I'd do it to me too.
When do you need our answers? Or our signatures, rather?
It's not me. It's not me that needs the answers. Jack Stiley, he
Contract
seems
says-
like the one that would.
Contract in it says it expires at midnight if you haven't signed it.
And what time is it in game right now for us?
It is about 6 p.m.
Oh, you guys got fast forwarded hard.
We have...
Actually, I
Actually,
thought it
we're
was
at
like
a very
8
nebulous
o'clock.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
because we spent a lot
this
of
is
time
fine.
in there.
Oh yeah, that cat
We have
posted in
until midnight.
the chat is that going to the pound.
Mm.
But it's so
Uh,
fluffy.
Yeah, Jack Style even says it's too bad there's no no-kill shelters anymore. Basically, there's a gun to the cat's head.
Fucking Christ!
Welcome to Cyberpunk? Drug?
Man, you'd think
Like
by
I
now
said.
I'd be used to this, but goddamn.
Like I said, deal with the devil is always tempting. They know what to tempt you with.
There's an audio file. The cat goes, meow.
No.
Does she play the audio file?
Yes, she does. She does play the goddamn audio file.
It goes meow, and then there's big purring as it rubs up on the camera of the person recording.
Oh, the sweet little bon petite little... She just mutters cute, cutesy little things in French, looking at the screen.
And then the second cat walks out. Clearly related to the first cat.
Oh,
One's black, one's white. They play with each other because they're still basically kittens.
Maybe stop
Yeah,
letting him.
Wait, is it more sad if they're kittens or if they're basically kittens?
I know, that's what I'm thinking too.
And there's 2 of them now, so, you know.
Double the cuteness, yeah.
I'm sure Biotechnica did their
Double
very
the
best to make them the absolute cutest they could be.
Oh yeah, these cats, they just look adorable. Like holy crap. They clearly genetically engineered to be at like maximum cuteness overload. Even the way they play is ridiculously adorable.
And as Friction's hearing the sounds, he's going to put his hand over the agent's screen and look at her. This is a very big decision, and do not take it lightly because they put things in front of you that tempt you.
Meow.
Yeah.
And this is
understood.
probably the first real moment that he's shared with them. Where he removes his hand and leans back.
Shepard?
Hmm? What?
How do you feel about this?
It's really tempting, but I want guns more than I want Smash.
They, I assure you, in the contract.
Second you say
We'll
the
have
word guns, your agent
Yeah.
dings. Your con app includes an armory. Currently empty, but spaces for guns of all type. Someone can now roll me a human perception if they would like.
Yes, I would like to have Lou roll a human perception.
You're being
Right.
recorded right now, live, and the second Shepard said guns, they whoever is on the other end immediately took a picture of the armory for Shepard.
I fucking knew it. Friction Shepard, wait, they're recording us.
Of course they are. We're in one of their cars. Did you expect any different?
I guess I shouldn't.
Again,
Then again, I'm not all that
welcome
familiar
to the
with.
corporation's view.
I'm not exactly familiar with bureaucratic methods.
Lou, if your con app has a hot tub, does he get another ping?
I'm
I just
sorry, repeat
imagine-
that?
I imagine some poor construction crew just quickly whipping things up into places.
Right.
Like, oh god, they said this! Get it up, get it up, get it up!
Oh, you know, why would you think that when it's way more efficient for what they're actually doing, which is that they have several con apps already geared out and set up, and they're just taking individual pictures of rooms that they can then assemble in later.
And then it just looks like this liminal space of rooms.
Basically, there's a third cat in the hot tub, by the way. It seems to be struggling to get out.
If you don't sign the contract, you can't go help it.
Shepard, you're not helping.
The cat's all, like, clumsy and legs. This one's orange, by the way. And it's trying to get out of the hot tub, and it looks at the camera and goes, meow! In, like, a please help me way to the person recording.
This is animal abuse.
The tub's not on or anything. It's just in the tub, and it's too small to get out of the hot tub, like, walls.
Someone put it in the hot tub.
Yeah. It looks
There
really
did a
pathetic.
clumsy little tumble and
Yeah,
fell down in there.
Yeah, it tumbles head over heels as it tries to get out. Don't make me add a fourth cat. Let me know when you guys are ready to reach Dr. Lost.
Actually, no. This is Lou trying to help that cat.
Ah. She posted a GIF.
And
Aw.
once we reach it, he'll step out and hold the door open for the other two companions.
Thank you. And she steps out of the car and looks at the destination, putting her agent away.
You guys are at a massive Beaverville Manor. Probably the biggest one that you've seen. You're all the way in the executive zone. Jimmy must have the credentials to get into this area. Which means you're allowed in. You're parked out in front of it. What you do note is that this one stands weirdly alone with no other buildings anywhere near it. It's big, and it seems poorly looked after. The lawn is overgrown, there's vines beginning to climb the sides of the building, and it's quiet. All the curtains are drawn, all the lights are off. Jimmy pulls down the end of the road to let you guys do whatever it is that you need to.
I'm sorry, is there a gate around this mansion?
There is, and it's currently hanging open.
Oh?
There's a walkway through the overgrown lawn straight to the front door. It looks like, a mansion that in a few years could wind up looking like a haunted manor.
Well, I mean, there's really no point in sneaking in if Dr. Lost would technically be expecting us, would it?
There isn't, but, and he'll look to Shepard, notice any traps?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the picture of the guns.
Yeah, you've been sent a gun catalog with all the discounts you'd be able to get. Even better, a sword catalog with all the discounts you'd be able to get, including access.
Was that even...
Including
that
access.
didn't even include your... Go ahead.
Including access to a monokatana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think that did include.
With stylization options.
Oh, shit.
You're singing Shepard's tune.
With a 26, yes, you do note that hidden amongst all the overgrown grass are several in-placed turrets.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of turrets, like, in that glass and stuff.
In addition, in the grass and in the walkway, you can see some of the cobblestones of the walkway are moved and altered. You suspect that there might be live mines buried beneath them.
Probably don't walk on the rocks, too. I think this whole place is pretty dangerous. We should find someone off the street and they can walk a path for us.
And he'll pull out his agent and dial again, expecting to get the AI again.
I really wanted to trick someone into walking over there.
It's not the AI that picks
No,
up.
Shepard.
It's not the AI that picks up. Dr. Lost's voice comes in. What?
I'm sure your AI passed along a message from me. I'm at your door. Or rather, your gate.
You're looking for work?
We're looking to help you with your current work.
What makes you think I need help?
The fact that you have several of Night City's finest coming down on you at midnight.
Your agents have been cleared for entry. And then there's a click.
He'll hang up and nod to them. He'll be the first to go through, just a show of confidence.
You walk through, and several times you hear a worrying click as you do step on a mine, but it seems as if your agent's been given a handshake, so as long as you're carrying it, for the time being, none of the security activates.
He'll go up to the door. Oop, go ahead. Sorry, Loof.
No, I was going to say, go ahead.
He's just going to head up to the door, confidently striding.
And Louv will follow Shepard and Friction suit.
As you walk to the front door, it swings itself open of its own accord. A darkened entryway lies beyond. As your eyes adjust to the change in lighting, you can see that the entire room is dark, as their only light is from many computer and laptop screens, massive, huge power tubes, wires, and more hanging all haphazardly through the entranceway. It looks like Dr. Lost has done some amateur construction on the manor, as the floor in places is knocked out to allow the power tubes and energy pathways to snake through where the floor used to be. And it used to be a beautiful, real-looking hardwood floor, too. It is almost criminal what Dr. Lost has done with this, what was probably a very expensive and beautiful manor at one point. There is no furniture to sit on here. Nothing, as everything that is present in this entryway and in the beyond rooms, as you guys begin looking for wherever Dr. Lost might be in his mansion, has been utilized for practicality and whatever strange experiments that he is running. Cryotubes line the walls with shadows inside a different fluid than you're normally used to for these operations of cryopods. It's very, very dark and murky. You can't see what's within all the tubes. It's like walking into the lair of a mad scientist.
Oh, almost like we are.
Yeah.
Looking at the power lines that are down, is there a main path that they are leading towards?
Looks to be the basement. Where else?
That I figured. I just thought I'd ask because sometimes it's the attic.
True.
Because you never know, they may be bringing power from the conduit downstairs.
But
true. Friction will look for a door or set of stairs or something that leads downstairs.
Again, just all of the various wires and tubes and things block the majority out of the stairs, and you're forced to kind of step and pick your way through them. And as you come down, the sounds of the quiet area change to what sounds like heavy machinery and various beeping and other things.
Yeah, Louv just kind of goes slower than the rest of them, trying to meticulously go through the path as she's reminded of the room in the AI incident.
That isn't what I had wanted, I'm sorry.
You picked the trauma team one?
I did, and this is the one that I had wanted.
Yeah, I know which one you want. Yeah, that's the one.
As you guys step down into the basement, everything here is coated in this sickly green lighting. And you nearly bump into someone that you didn't see standing there, as you thought that he was a part of the furniture, one of the walls, really. It is the unmistakable visage of Crusher, as you nearly bump into the cyber psycho. He was standing so still that you didn't even realize it, and upon closer inspection, as you get right up against him, you can see he is not moving, and he's staring straight ahead.
Staring straight ahead in which direction?
At the stairway.
Okay, at us, basically.
As you walk past him, though, his head, his eyes, they don't follow you.
Okay.
He just
Shepard holds her hand up and snaps her finger in front of his face.
Leave it alone. You hear Dr. Lost's voice call from further within.
Dr. Lost, I presume?
You presume correctly. You can hear him, but you can't see him yet. There's these plastic dividers hung everywhere, and you kind of have to push past them until you come into a room where on a gurney in the middle is the shell of Adam Smasher, with Dr. Lost standing above it.
You actually found it.
Shit.
I must say, I'm actually amazed. How well preserved.
I've had him here for the past 10 years.
Recoverable?
Yes. He is alive, kept in stasis.
Fascinating.
Now, I don't know who you are. You are unknown to me. But you knew, somehow, about what I was up to. And you seem to have knowledge of things I don't. Therefore, there are two ways that we can go about this. Firstly, I can have my cyber psycho torture the information out of you. Currently, that is the side I am leaning towards.
I offer the information freely.
A wise decision. Now I am left with no reason to keep you alive, however. You would not have come here unless you had some sort of reason I should not kill you to hide this information.
Your information is already out there. Keeping it is now a moot point. It's a matter of whether you can obtain it, is the question. We have been put under contract to make sure you obtain your goal.
And whom is paying you for me to attain my goal?
Mutual interests.
That's not good enough.
He'll glance to Crusher, and then again to Dr. Lost. Mutual interests.
Maelstrom.
He'll just smile enigmatically.
Maelstrom wouldn't want Smasher back on the streets. Maelstrom and I have ended our partnership quite some time ago when their leader killed my last nurse. And
Maelstrom.
I hollowed him out for it.
Maelstrom has put me on task to make sure you and your friend over there stay alive.
That
That
doesn't
is my goal.
include the delivery of my own goals, however.
It does when everybody else is trying to kill you for your goals.
What proof do you have that I'm not going to be betrayed by you?
Only my word.
Promises are worthless. What do you have to back your word?
Our aid. If we wanted to kill you, we would have. Or at least attempted by now. Or we would not have warned you at all. As far as we know, there are several high-ranking solos that will be at your interested party's collection point.
His cold,
Ready and waiting.
blue eyes stare at you. If you wish to help, and you are on my side as you say, you will be willing to accept a chip implanted in your neck by me. One that I'm capable of detonating at any moment.
I'm afraid not. You will have my word that once your job is done, we separate. No more.
Your word
I have no
means
interest
nothing
in-
to me.
And your word that you would detonate a bomb, not detonate a bomb in my head means nothing.
Then we're at an
We are at an
impasse.
impasse.
Then I think that again, my best interest to see you never leave this basement.
Are you sure?
You have nothing to offer me. You have information on shadowy attackers that you offer freely towards me. You have somehow
Yes.
knowledge of what I am doing. You say you're working with Maelstrom, but offer up no proof or evidence. You have nothing Apart from, it was very foolish of you to come here.
If we wanted you dead, it would have been less foolish to not come.
If you wanted me dead, you could have seen what you see currently and decided that now would be the worst time to strike, waiting for when my bodyguard is away.
I don't assume that your bodyguard is ever going to leave your side.
And even if he were to leave your side, I am more than willing to provide you even more bodyguards for you.
He won't trust them. He'll trust them even less, if I'm honest.
I need assurances.
Do I have the correct of it?
You do. I need assurances. I'm willing to entertain the thought that you are in fact here to help me. However, I need assurances that you won't betray me.
Why do you need to entertain the thought we're here to help you? We could have just showed up to the place and shot at you. We didn't have to tell you. Well, that enough should be proof that we're here to help.
That would have been more of a foolhardy attempt, especially in the executive zone. He knows that.
I mean, no, where he was going. There's a whole group of people going to kill him. We could have just taken him out there.
Yes,
but we're here.
We
came to him.
Joined
I would have
individuals.
thought our reputation would have been enough.
I've never heard
He doesn't know us.
To me, it sounds like you're being a dumbass. We could have just waited. Why would we come here?
She has the right of it if she's
to
a bit...
earn my trust and stab me in the back. You could be opportunistic edge runners looking for a bounty.
Are you
Well, we
familiar
could have
with
killed you
Throw
then.
When there's more competition? Again,
Yeah, why not? If it's about
have
money.
No reason to put aside my paranoia. You are three strangers who somehow had knowledge of what I was up to. I acknowledge your value for information. I do not acknowledge your value beyond that. I am willing to allow you to be present, as well as to complete whatever task you say you have. My price is that you accept my implant. It will be removed after the job. Otherwise, convince me not to kill you here and now.
As I've said, we have no intention of killing you, because if we did, we would have just shown up at midnight at the base of Arasaka.
That is a logical fallacy and a fool's argument. Because it would have been smarter to do one thing does not mean that you are too stupid to do the other.
I was smart enough to call you twice to get here.
Both.
And you could have just as easily gotten the information from me over the phone. You didn't ask.
Do you really think that I wish to talk about anything that I'm doing over an agent? Again, I acknowledge you have valuable information. I will hear it, one way or the other. Then, you will either work with me under my requirements, you will die, or you will leave.
I propose an alternative solution.
I am willing to
I
listen.
get the chip. Under my command, they will act. If any of my commands falter at protecting you and Crusher, you kill me, and that is that.
And I know nothing about your relationships with each other. They might not like you. They might be planning on betraying you. No.
He buys me Smash.
I buy her Smash.
I can assure you, Doctor, we have no reason to betray him. He's been more than helpful to all of
You can't
us.
assure me of that. The only way that you could is if you were willing to accept the bomb in your neck as well. If you have no intentions of betraying him, and you have no intentions of betraying me, then it should be an easy choice to make.
If you'll entertain one more question from me.
I'm willing to entertain many things, proven that you've made it this far.
How did you find him?
Extreme effort.
Is somebody important going to be picking him up himself?
Dr. Lost just stares at you. It's very clear that that isn't a question he's going to answer right now.
And he'll just smile. Of course.
The implication, however, with him not answering hangs heavily in the room. One thing you suddenly realize is you don't know what Dr. Lost is getting out of all of this. He doesn't seem like the kind who needs eddies.
He didn't assume Eddie's. Friction didn't anyway. If anybody else wants to ask other questions, that's their call. I've
What do
already
you-
stated my willingness.
What are you getting out of what you are doing?
He stares at you.
What's that?
He stares at you.
Oh.
There are certain questions he probably won't answer unless we are under the chip.
You are correct. Once we are working together, I will consider us to be contracted. Therefore, I don't mind giving you the information that you need to complete your job. Is the conversation over?
Depends on them.
You're willing to do this, right, Friction?
I was the first one willing to do it, yes.
I don't see any other way out of this, so I will
Oh,
comply.
there are many options, many of which I'm sure Dr. Lost is calculating in his head right now. However, ones that end in cooperation are slim.
Indeed.
And Friction will actually glance around to see if there's another bed.
There is. You glance
Friction
about.
will...
There is another gurney. It is occupied. It appears to be the corpse of a Latina woman. All of the readings and bio monitors on her currently show no vitals.
Where will the operation be performed?
He stares at you.
And he'll just tap the back of his own neck.
I haven't heard acknowledgement from the other two.
Oh, yeah, you can put the chip in his neck.
Your neck.
Fine. Jackass.
His eyes slide to Louvre without turning his head.
If it's to mutually benefit all of us here, I will comply.
Then we are in business. And he pushes past some of the plastic dividers with the obvious intention of you all following.
Friction will go ahead and lead the pack since he's the one who effectively made the deal.
There are no beds in the room he leads you in, only the cold stone floor. As he gestures for you to lay down, and he takes out a scalpel. It's clear there won't be any anesthesia.
Friction will take off his jacket, his suit and tie, folding it neatly, setting it aside, kneeling, and then rolling his head forward, hands on knees.
Dr. Lost waits for Shepard and Luve to take the same position. I'm going to be brief instead of getting into the description of all of this, but anyone who is consenting to have the chip inserted must roll me a resist torture, as Dr. Lost makes the experience as painful as he possibly can.
Oh, great. Okay.
Friction, you weenie.
A 14 is still
That's
really
actually a pretty good roll, yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about,
Yeah.
you weenie? A 14's strong.
It's alright.
Luve needs your resist torture too.
Okay, give you a minute.
It's just funny because we rolled the same dice, but, you know.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's actually a pretty good resist torture drugs on you, by the way.
Yeah, and I keep failing when it matters.
That is true.
You
That
crave
is true.
smash.
I have seen that.
You crave smash.
I've been craving smash.
We
of
all
you-
rolled 6.
All of
Nice.
you
Nice.
don't... Oh, shit, my headset just died.
I
we
want
just
to
made the
point
double
out-
any
steal.
humanity lost,
Yeah.
as, again, Dr. Lost does his best to harm you and make you as uncomfortable as possible. It is an intense experience, as those of you who have seen this procedure carried out and these chips be inserted before, he does it a completely different way. It is in there deep.
I do want to point out the fact that the number that we all rolled was 6.
666.
666.
Yeah!
That doesn't bode
Uh,
evil.
The irony of that, I just have to point out.
Alright.
I mean, it could have been a Night City Tarot in a different situation.
Yeah, even then, she still grits her teeth and curses in French.
The meeting will be at midnight. Who is coming to attack me?
Night City solos, many of them legends in their own right.
Good. They will probably end up fighting each other.
They all have the same goal, as well as a team of Snake Nation called Mongoose.
Mongoose.
That's just what I've heard.
That would be the group to be worried about then. Saburo
Yeah.
Akarasaka's bodyguard should handle the rest.
So we'll just kill the Mongoose people. Every single one of them.
That
Our goal needs to remain the same. We stay with Dr. Lost.
Ah.
Dr.
Yes.
Lost and Crusher.
Mongoose.
Any that come close, we will deal with them.
Mongoose is the only group Arasaka and I had not heard about. Therefore, they must have some way of guaranteeing Mongoose will be able to get through the Arasaka forces. Therefore,
How many Arasaka?
you will be dealing with. I'm not privy to that information.
I'm sorry, River. You were saying something and I cut you off.
I'm not privy to that information, he said.
Oh, I thought it was something else. My bad.
No, he doesn't know. Quick explanation. From Dr. Lost's perspective, he knew about Night City Council, he knew about the solos, he knew about all of that. Arasaka's prepared for that, and he even explains the fact that all these positions where like Night City Council was going to set up, as well as Max Tac and everything else, they already knew about. What they didn't know about was Mongoose. Meaning, it looks like Mongoose somehow must have a way of getting past all of the Arasaka bodyguards. What time did you say that they were going to strike?
We only know that they were going to be at your location at midnight. We found out through the Thrill Kill forums.
That would be before Arasaka then arrives.
When is Arasaka due to arrive?
Dr. Law shrugs.
So it's a holdout then?
They've kept much of their plans separate from me. It would be a holdout until we can deal with these mongoose, likely. At that point, that is likely when Night City Council and the rest will strike upon Saburo Arasaka's arrival, and the Arasaka forces can handle that. The trade should be quick.
Is there a signal for when you or them appear?
I have a flare.
How far can that flare be seen?
Enough for Arasaka to see it, and no further.
So no flexibility in location.
It's Arasaka.
No flexibility in location. And he'll nod.
I will admit, I have more need of what Arasaka is giving me than they have need of what I'm giving them.
I don't assume it's Eddie's.
It is not.
Chemical agent?
If I tell you, you will forever have the knowledge of what it is.
Understood. When did you plan on arriving?
Just before midnight. I had planned to have my pet cyber psycho deal with any of the resistance there in advance. Holdouts, surprises, snipers, things like that. But if Maelstrom is involved, if this mongoose is involved, it sounds like there may be a larger skirmish happening earlier than I had anticipated.
Night City probably wants you dead. Will you be laying low after this?
Yes.
I don't want to know where, obviously.
Night City wanting me dead after tonight won't be possible for them to enact. When Arasaka gives me what I want, Night City will be incentivized into keeping me alive. I will be able to conduct operations as normal, but I will be leaving Trauma Team and tending to my own work.
Fascinating work, I'm sure. And he'll glance to the others, seeing if they've got anything that is on their minds.
I just want to shoot some people. It's been a long day.
To say the
Working
least,
for
yes.
Trauma Team, you wouldn't happen to have any speed heal for our solo friend here, would you?
You are injured, he says, staring at you, Shepard.
Yeah, besides the stuff you just did to me. But already had one.
You had it yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
The one from Maelstrom? Yeah, that was yesterday. Technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
We're very much
Technically
pushing
is
the
the best
boundary.
trick.
We're pushing the boundaries of it, but considering the huge fight that's about to happen, Dr. Lost can administer a speed heal.
Okay.
Nice.
Yay. Body plus will, right?
Yep, and it hurts. It is
Oh, I bet.
uncomfortable. you can feel it entering into your body as he
no.
injects it directly into your chest above your heart.
Ah, you asshole.
Is this better
You
or
keep
worse?
this shit
than
up, I'm gonna take an
Depository?
axe to you.
You can make an attempt.
I'm sure someone will.
You will not be leaving here tonight until we are ready to go. Do you have need of any gear?
You can at least call Jimmy and tell him to fuck off.
Dr. Loss pulls out his agent, and he dials a number. You hear Jimmy's voice chime in. Hello, hello, hello! Jimmy. Leave or die. And then Dr. Lost hangs up.
This man.
Your agent begins ringing now. Friction.
Friction will put it on speaker.
It's Jimmy. Hey, is everything okay? I
Yes.
just got a call from Dr.
off.
Lost. Oh.
And hang up.
You get a frowny face text from Jimmy.
And then he'll look to his other companions. So, I don't believe the signing of the contract would negate otherwise, so if you're going to consider it, now's the time to consider it.
Monstrous has gone AFK for a bit. I think we'll go on to a break screen there, and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Back in a bit.
Okay.
Hello, everybody! Because this is a stream that wasn't scheduled at our normal time, we are just trying to get caught up for a missed session, and we are going to wrap up here so we can have the big explosive combat fight on Saturday. So thank you guys so much for coming, and we will see you on Saturday with the rest of Red Gauge. Tomorrow I might stream some Destiny too, so, stay by as I do new season stuff with the new season that's coming out, and, more. Either way, bye for now, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.